Hi, and welcome to Aaron Plays Wordle. It's Vowel Week! A-E-I-O-U! This week we'll be trying a vowel-heavy strategy, which is favored by many players. We're also going to try Trordle. Last week was our first weekly video, and I found it ran a little long playing Wordle, Dordle, and Quordle. So I'm thinking to reduce the number of games played to Wordle and one extra game. And this week we'll try out Trordle, which we haven't played yet. Trordle, as you might expect, is 3 simultaneous Wordle games. This is the weekly Wordle for March 7 to 14, 2022. Our strategy this week will be use starting guesses that have 4 different vowels. I did a search of the Scrabble dictionary and came up with exactly 7 words that have 1 consonant and 4 different vowels. There's a bunch of other words, well, not like a bunch, but there are some other words that have 1 consonant and 4 vowels, but sometimes the vowels are repeated. In this list, 2 of the words are actually kind of the same. Ori and Uri have exactly the same letters, just in a slightly different configuration, but sometimes positioning matters. Also, conveniently, there are exactly 7 of these for the 7 days of this week that we'll be playing. Our core strategy will basically be winging it. Many players like a vowel-heavy approach. They like to nail down what the vowels are first and then work from there. I personally don't think this is as strong as using a consonant-heavy approach, because I feel vowels are more substitutable with each other than consonants are. But I haven't tried a vowel-heavy approach first, so we're just going to try it and see what happens. We're abandoning our usual core strategy because of this vowel-heavy approach, and we're just going to wing it, though probably our second guess will use the 5th vowel and 4 consonants, just to kind of catch up in the consonant area. But if we get something promising with our 4 vowel first guess, we'll give it a try. This week's Wordle poem comprises the 7 words we'll be using. Audio ado, Uri Louie, Ori Uri, meow. Roughly translated, since many of those words are obscure, is audible farewell, depressing Louie, gold coin, Egyptian god statue, meow. The first Google image hit for this is, unsurprisingly, a word list. These words are all famous vowel dumps, which is a term from Scrabble. I used to play tournament Scrabble, and knowing these words was very useful, because there's nothing worse than just having a rack full of vowels. In Scrabble, it's important to have kind of an even mix of vowels and consonants to make high-scoring plays. And then for fun, I also did a Google image hit for a Wordle poem, Audible Farewell, Depressing Louie, Gold Coin, Egyptian Statue, Meow. And it brought up this image for Phantom Death by Juan Mi, of the British Library Tales of the Weird. That's a pretty satisfying Google image search for this phrase. Okay, let's play the Wordle with our vowel-heavy word, audio. Pretty good. Happily we hit 3 of them, including the consonant. I could try and just make a guess now, or I could make another guess that uses the E and 4 consonants, but maybe there's less likelihood that it has the E since it already has 2 vowels in it. I'm just going to take a shot at a word. I'm going to play broad. Okay, we actually picked up one of the consonants and have important positioning information about the other letters. So maybe it is a word that ends in O-A-R-D. Since we've already used the B, it's not going to be bored, but it might be hoard. I think that's worth a try. All right. Our first use of this strategy has gotten us a 3, which is better than my average of 4. And now we'll try the daily Trordle. Play audio. Not great. So I think I will play a word that uses E and 4 consonants. And I want to use high percentage consonants. So maybe something like stern, to use use the Wheel of Fortune letters. Far right is maybe trunk. I think that's worth a try. Not much else. For the left, you know, maybe it's a word that goes EA. Let's see if we've got anything like that. Like, well, I was looking for words like plead and freak, but we're missing, we've already used some of the letters we need for those. The A could also come in the last position. All right, so maybe the left one is gleam. It's the only one I'm finding that has that EA. And this will, in any case, use up 3 more consonants and give us some information about the positioning for the A. And it's not that, but the A is where we thought it was, and we used up 3 of the more high probability consonants left. We did not add any information to the middle one either. So could it be W-H-E-A? I don't think so. We've used up most of the consonant clusters, this P-H and W-H. I'm actually a little stumped on the left-hand one, so let's try and find something for the middle one. Maybe we'll inadvertently help. Maybe we'll inadvertently hit something in the left one. And the middle one could be like sever or sewer or shrew. S-H-R. Alright, yeah, I'm going to guess shrew because it uses 2 letters, whereas sewer and sever just uses 1 new letter. Yep, that's all new things and new positions. And maybe W and H will also help us on the left-hand side. Alright, so shrew was correct, plus we picked up an H. This is a very good result. Oh, and I forgot about CH, so the left-hand side is probably cheap. Alright, pretty good. And here's the puzzles for March 8th. I meant to use my 4 vowel words in alphabetical order, but I accidentally started with audio, so today I will do adieu, which is not great. Now we will pick a word with 4 consonants and O. I think scorn might be good. Alright, picked up the S, and it only has E's in it. So it could be a word with the E in the 2nd and 4th position, something like sewer or sever, but we've already used up the R, so it can't be those. It could also have E in the 3rd and 4th position for something like sleep, or sweep, or sheep, or sweet. We haven't used T yet. Or steel. There's quite a few possibilities here. I would like to use something that uses 3 new consonants now, but is still a real guess if that's possible. Like splem. Well, it seems like there's too many possibilities to just make a straight up guess and have any hope of hitting it and eliminating letters, so I think I should probably play a 5-letter word that eliminates some letters. And also maybe uses an E in the 3rd position to see if it goes there. So I think we'll try whelp. Those are all new except for the E, right? Okay. So I think it's going to be sweet. Sweet. Now we'll do the Trordle. Adieu. Still think scorn is a pretty good second play here. So in the middle we've got all of them, and we can make a guess of dance, which is probably right. The third word might be like ridge. Let's try ridge. And then the first word, don't have very much here. Probably the A is in the 4th position. It could be in the 5th position, but it's probably going to be a word like float or bloat. Those are the only two I'm seeing right now. Let's just try float. All right, pretty good. These are the puzzles for March 9th, and today's starting word is orei. Orei is the plural of aureus, which is a gold coin from ancient Rome worth 25 silver denarii. It also did not work well as a starting guess. But now we'll pick a word with 4 consonants and an O. I wonder if don'ts is allowed, as in do's and don'ts. Nope. I kind of want to pick a word that's like S-T-O-N and D, T-O-N and G. I could play tongs, but I'd rather not put the S in the last position because odds are pretty strong that it won't be there because there's no 4-letter plus S plurals. So maybe we'll use slightly less common letters. Play something like stock. How about? Okay. Now let's play something that uses D, N, and G. Be nice to use four new consonants. That might not be possible. Now we could play dingy. I know it doesn't use the O, which would be better, but I'd rather get more consonants in there. Alright, so we picked up the N. There might be 2 O's, especially since we've now eliminated the Y. Is there something that goes T-O-N-O or T-O-N consonant O? Or maybe something that's on-toe? Oh, it could be month, N-T-H. Yeah, I'm not seeing like a word that goes O-N-O that starts or ends with T. I think month is worth a shot here. All right, and let's try today's Trordle. Orei. Stock. Alright, so we got 4 out of 5 and 2 of them. Upper right could be toner or tower. Middle one could be verso. Right could be voter also. Since the middle and right are so similar, it'd be good just to put the O in a new position and see where that gets us. Oh, and the middle one could be worse also. I think that's actually pretty likely. And then it would tell us if the right one was tower. Let's try worse. All right, what other word? Oh, horse. Borse. Probably not borse. Horse. All right, I think we can just play horse in the middle. And then the right one is probably tower. And then we got 3 guesses for the left one. We don't have a ton of information. Could be snail. That's probably worth a shot. These are the puzzles for March 10th. Today's starting word will be Louis, which is slang for lieutenant. All right, that's a pretty good first guess. Today's missing vowel is A, so I'd like to play something like trans. Uses up the high probability other letters. All right, we picked up 2 of them. Should be able to get it from this. Maybe it's laps. Can't be lease because the A is in the middle position. Can't think of anything that goes LAS blank E. I think there's a pretty good chance it's laps. Let's try that. All right, pretty good. And let's try the Trordle. We'll go with trans again as our second play. The first one is going to be ultra. Second one might be something like mare. Let's try that. All right, it's not that, but it got the letters in the right position. And it can't be labor because we've used the L. That's probably favor. All right, let's try favor. And we did pick up the Y in the third one. There's probably a good chance it ends in Y. Let's try worry. Okay, these are the puzzles for March 11th, and today's 4-vowel word is meow. I think we'll go with stern as the next play. Okay. I think I will make a guess that has a possibility of making it. I'll move the A and T around to get new positioning. And then I'll try like batch, which uses some new letters. Okay, pretty good. So let's see what we got. We got watch, patch, latch, catch, and hatch. So this is one of those situations where if I just, this is one of those situations where if I substitute those letters one at a time, I could easily crap out. So I should try a guess that eliminates a bunch of them. So something that uses like W, L, P, and C. We're not going to know if it's the H or C unless we try them in the first position. It's a little tricky that way. I could probably at best get 3 of those in there. So I could play something like claw or clap. All right, let's play clap. Oh, except I can't just play clap. I've got to play, I can play claps. Okay. Okay, so it is not catch, latch, or patch. That leaves us with W. That leaves us with W and H, I think. So I can just make guesses. So let's try watch. Okay, that is one where I think playing the vowel heavy start hurt me. The other days it's done pretty well, but if I had started out with consonants, I think I would have probably been able to get that in 4. Meow. Stern. The one on the left might be brain or crane or grain or drain. So a bunch there. The one on the right might be frame. I think there's a decent chance that is frame. Doesn't seem likely. I mean, I guess it could be rearm. I don't think the M's going to be in the second position. I'm going to try frame. Yeah. And that does confirm our rain ending on the left. To try and make a guess in the middle that uses some of the DGC, we could play caged. That would be a great guess. Okay, so that confirms that the left is drain. And we did pick up the G here. And the G almost certainly is in the first position. So it might be gavel. That's the only thing that's jumping out at me, so let's try that. Alright, pretty good. Now we're playing the games from March 12th. Today's starting word is uri. Uri is a word of Scottish derivation meaning depressing, dismal, shivering with cold. Since A is our missing vowel, I think we'll try Sandy, a favorite guess of ours. Okay, pretty good. I think I've got a chance of getting it in 3 here. Can't be toady because the D's in the wrong position. Oh, it's probably today. Alright, pretty good. Uri. Sandy. Middle one could probably be a lot of things like grave and grape, brace, trace. Third one also could be a lot of things, loose moose. Probably best to do another elimination play. I don't know. Let's just go for it a little bit. Let's play grape. Alright, we did get the R and the A in the middle in the right position. No help anywhere else. Should I just keep going there? Trace, brace. Yeah, let's make a guess that might help us with the third one and see if we just pick up anything in the middle incidentally. Let's try those in the third spot. Nope, but we did get those in the right position. So it could be a loose or a moose word, or close. Now let's try close, because that could help us in the middle as well. Okay. And then we picked up both the C and the L in the first word. Okay, so what is the middle word? Could be break, or braze, or brave. I guess I'm in a little danger of running out of guesses here. First word could just be leech. It's probably leech. Well, let's guess that. If it's not that, we're probably in trouble here. Okay, it is that. Now I've got 2 guesses to get this. Brave, break. Is there anything else it could be? No, it could be frame. We could be in trouble here. Braze, break, frame. Alright, so is there a word that uses... No, there's no word that uses FMBV. Well, I think we guess... No, I think we're okay, because if we guess brave, and then we'll know if the B is in it, and if it's not in it, then we guess frame. Yeah, I think we're okay, unless there's another one I'm not thinking of. Okay, so we guess brave or break first. If we pick up the B, but not the 4th letter, we know it's the other one. And if it's neither, then we know it's frame, unless I'm missing one of the others. Alright, let's guess break. Alright, so we know it's brave. Okay, not very good, but I made it. These are the puzzles for March 13th. And wrapping up Vowel Week, we have Uraei. Uraei is the plural of uraeus, a representation of a sacred serpent as an emblem of supreme power, worn on the headdresses of ancient Egyptian deities and sovereigns. And there are some Google image hits for Uraei. Not great. Our missing vowel is O, so let's make a guess like that. The OU and S could go together, or it could be a word like bogus or modus. Let's try bogus. All right, it did get those 3 letters into the right position, and that should narrow down. This could be focus, hocus. Let's try focus. All right, not bad. Stony. Well, the second one is a 1 vowel word with U. So let's try something like that, which uses up a bunch of new letters. Third one could be plain or angle or ankle. First one could be like pound or bound or found or wound. So lots of possibilities there. Still might be best to work on the second one. There might be plum. Plum is worth a shot there. All right, good. I was hoping to pick up the P for plain in the third one. So I think it is not a word like plain, given the leftover letters. Could be eland. That word's probably too obscure for it to be a solution word. Well, in the first position, let's try found. And I think that means it's going to be wound. Now we got 2 guesses for this one. Could be glean. Let's try that. Okay, so that wraps up Vowel Week. I'm still not crazy about starting with 4 vowels, just because it makes your third play difficult. Like you can, and if you hit enough significant letters in the first 2 plays, then you've got a shot. And we did a couple times this week get things in 3. But a lot of times you're left in a situation where your third guess has to reuse a letter, which isn't the end of the world. But I still think starting with a mix of consonants and vowels that allows you to make 3 plays with unduplicated letters is a stronger strategy. But that was interesting to try, and I'm glad we did it. Thanks for watching, and more words next week.